Believe it or not, most failing traders aren't necessarily failing because they're wrong. They're failing because they have bad entries. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to use multiple time frames when you're doing your analysis in order to get the best entries for your trades. Let's get started. So this is not necessarily a new concept. It may be even something that you have heard of in the past, but I want to break it down for you step by step in this video very quickly and very thoroughly at the same time, so that you can use this as a guide to helping you find better entries for your trades. And this same concept applies to day trading, swing trading, and even long-term investing. But what this is known as top-down analysis. And the idea behind it is that we're starting from a higher term time frame like the weekly chart or the daily chart, and we're working our way down then to maybe the hourly chart or the 30-minute chart, all the way down to the intraday time frames like the 1-minute or the 5-minute charts, in order to get our precise entries for our trades. Now, when we start with the long-term time frame, the weekly chart or the daily chart, the idea is that we're looking at the overall market structure and the overall structure of the stock. And we want to make sure that this aligns with the trade that we're looking to take. So if we were looking for a long trade to the upside, we would want the market structure on that longer term time frame to align with that trade. In other words, we want it to be to the upside, trending higher, breaking over resistance, and so on and so forth. If we were looking for a short trade to the downside, we would want the same thing. We would want the market structure to align with that short trade by trending lower and showing signs of weakness. And really that is the main goal of looking at the longer term time frame. We want to see that the stock is, breaking out and showing strength. We can also use this longer term time frame for key levels, looking for multi-year levels of support, resistance, and so on and so forth. And if we take a look at this chart, for example, MU, this is a stock that had a really strong move in the past year, running from under $100 per share at the lows all the way up to well over $300 at the highs. And I think it's a great example to go over for this top-down analysis, because if we look here at the weekly time frame, we can see that there was a pretty key level of resistance at this high here. Let me zoom back out a bit actually, just to show you why this is a significant resistance level. We had a pretty strong move prior to that. It then peaks and has a pretty significant pullback from there before consolidating and moving higher. So this high here of 157.54 is then naturally going to be an area of resistance in the future. So if we're looking at this at the time that it is breaking over that resistance, we have to keep in mind that this is the weekly chart. So every one of these candlesticks is an entire week of price action. And it might not look like this is a big candle, but the range of this candle is about $15. So around 10% in range. And if you were just using the weekly chart here for your trade, there's a possibility that you would be buying here up into these highs. And if you're using, a 5, 6, 7, 8% stop loss, like a lot of swing traders do, there is a possibility that you would have been stopped out of this trade within the very same week before even having potential to capitalize on this upside move. So that's where the top-down analysis kind of comes into play. We start off with this general bias from the longer-term chart, the weekly chart, in this case breaking above resistance, and then we start to work our way down to the shorter-term time frames to get those more precise entries. So if we look then at the hourly chart, for example, and let me go back to 360 days, that happened back in September as it was breaking above that resistance. We can zoom in here and we can see that as it's pushing above the resistance, there were multiple days really where this was just consolidating right above that resistance level. And that to me, as a trader, is a bullish sign. A stock breaking above resistance and then turning it into some support, that's a great sign for a continuation of that breakout and for some momentum to start picking up. So by using this shorter term time frame here, the hourly chart, we can then start to see that it's really holding nicely above that past resistance level, and we can then look to buy into that as a newfound area of support. So you might be buying into this at maybe $158 per share, and if you're using, for example, just a 5% stop loss on this trade, that would be about $8 per share. So you would be risking down to about $150 on this trade. And we can see that if we zoom back out a bit, there was not a single time where this would have fallen back into our risk level and it ended up going significantly higher in the next few weeks and significantly higher than in the next few months. So we would have been risking about $8 per share on this trade, and within a couple of months there were, $200 or more in profit potential. So obviously this is kind of an extreme example. It's not always going to be this great of a return, but the idea is that when we use that longer term time frame to get our bias, we can then zoom in and look at the shorter term structure to get a much more precise entry with a much lower amount of risk. And this is going to help us to get those better risk and reward ratios. And it's also going to help us to increase our accuracy as well. You should really be thinking of the time frames as a filter. If you start off on the weekly time frame and everything looks great, you move down the filter. Now if you're looking at the hourly chart, maybe the hourly chart is looking a bit choppy, it's in maybe a midterm downtrend, then it's not going to necessarily align with what you're seeing on that longer term time frame. So you wouldn't necessarily be looking for a trade in that stock just yet. You can then maybe just put it into a watch list and wait for a better setup to, align with that longer term time frame. And if you wanted to get even more precise and narrow things down even further, you can then go from that hourly chart down to the 5-minute chart. And really, once you get into the 5-minute time frames, it's going to allow you to start kind of taking a day trader's amount of risk in terms of percentages with still, the upside profit potential of the swing trader. So you might be able to risk as little as a few percent with, 10, 20, 30% upside profit potential, since that overall trend is kind of the wave that you're riding. So anyway, that is a brief overview of how you can use top-down analysis to get much better entries for your trades. I hope you found some value in this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in trading with me in real time, getting access to our group chat, our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, and even our day trade and swing trade boot camps, all of that can be found at Master the Market. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck through trading.